Bharat Electronics. Now, the company came out with its earnings yesterday. We've also, Anushi did cover this in the morning. She's back now to give us some of the key highlights from the con call that happened at 10 a.m. today. Anushi, what were some of the key highlights from BEL, as well as anything that you can mention on the guidance as well?
Well, it's the order inflows, which is a particularly interesting one for FY26 that we should be watching out for. Overall expectations of 57,000 crore of order inflows, the management has segregated into parts. This is 27,000 crore of order inflows that are expected for various orders that the company expects in the course of the years. But with that, there's a big ticket order with the size of 30,000 crore for QR-SAM that is expected for this year. But in the worst case scenario, this could maybe shift to April, so this could spill over in the first quarter of FY27 as well. So order inflows remain on a stronger positioning that we are looking at. Other than that, if you're talking about where the revenue growth is projected to be 15% is the expectation that is seen for FY26, but overall for the next 5 years, the company projects 15 to 17% of a revenue growth. Margins are expected at the levels of 27%. Do note that in FY25, the management had guided for 22 to 25% of margins, which they exceeded to the mark of 28%. Now, if you talk about the defense to non-defense mix of the business, it's expected to be 90% and 10% respectively, with the management's focus on higher focus on non-defense as well going forward. Other than that, other major expectation is also for next generation Corvette related orders. This would be awarded from any of the shipbuilding companies which will receive this order. Well, that would be at the size of 6,000 crore to 14,000 crore that we should be watching out for. For exports, now we did see about $106 million dollars of exports for this year. The management expects about 15% growth from here, seeing exports at the range of $120 million. And from here onwards, from next FY27 onwards, from this 15% of a growth mark, they do see about a 20% of a growth as well coming for exports going forward. Overall, it had been a strong quarter for Bharat Electronics. While revenue was in line, it was the margins which were a beat. Now, we did see a healthy margin expansion for the business, up over 407 basis points to 31% as compared to 27%, and net profit was up over 18%. Order book at the end of FY25 stood at 71,650 crore. So this is the overall perspective that we are seeing for Bharat Electronics. It's the order inflows in particular, along with higher share of exports, that we should be watching out for.
Well, thank you for that, Anushka. And definitely the company missed its guidance in FY25 as well, but that did carry forward in April. We've seen order inflows as well.